welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nikki. In today's video, I will be doing a budget with me for the month of October. Let's get right into it. So I start off with my budget notebook. I start off with the undated monthly calendar. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fill out all of the days of the month that's in October. Let's get right into that. Once I've listed out all of the dates of the month, the next thing I focus on is this month, some money goals. Now, a lot of times I may not be able to do all 3 money goals that are listed. However, if I'm able to at least achieve one of those goals, I am completely fine with that. So my first goal always is gonna be to save some money. Now, I spent a lot of money moving into this new place. I don't know if y'all know or whatever, but I did just buy a house, and I'm not gonna say I deplete my savings, but my savings is not at a number that I am comfortable with. So I want to bring that savings back up. So this particular month, it is my birthday month as well. So I'm not gonna try to do a whole lot. I want to be able to save this month since I know that this is my birthday month, and of course I'm probably gonna go out. I'm probably gonna do some things and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say I want to save at least $500. That has been like my standard from the beginning of the year up until now, since the savings has been almost gone since August or whatever. So I'm gonna say save at least $500, which I think is very doable. While also building back up my savings, I also want to pay down debt. So my goal is to pay off at least 1 credit card. Now for the month of October, I want to get back into tracking my expenses daily. It's going to be extremely hard because I got so comfortable with the way I was doing my budget. I was doing a monthly budget, which means that on the first of the month, I just roll the money over. And then I allow the bills and expenses to come out as I spend. But this particular month and, so forth and so on, I don't know. I got to go back to the paycheck by budget. The budget by paycheck method. I'm sorry. I got to go back to the budget by paycheck method because I want to be intentional with my spending. I want to be intentional with my savings. I can't just allow money to sit in the account, in the bills and expense account, and just roll over anymore. I got to be intentional with that money. That's what I want to do. Track my expenses daily so I can actually see where my money is going and see what I have left so I can be intentional with that money that I do have left. Now that I have written out everything from the dates on the calendar to my money goals for the month, the next thing I like to plan out are the bills and the expenses. Everything that I plan on spending money on, it got to go on here and it got to go on a date. I may not actually do it on that particular day, but at least I have it planned out for that week, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and write down everything that I plan on spending money on. I'm going to put it on a date, and then we're going to go from there. Now, how I actually kind of figure this out, because I am in a new house. The house, I don't necessarily know when the bills are going to be due. I do have a light bill that's due on the 10th of October. That's $24. So that's not even the full bill because we wasn't here the whole amount of time. I guess they come out and check. But I'm going to take everything from this September monthly calendar and I'm going to switch it over to the October calendar if it pertains to the bills and expenses that I have for October. So that's how I'm going to do this, and let's get right into it. So these are all of the bills that is due in October. This may be my last Georgia Power bill due at the apartment. I have to be out of the apartment by October 31st. So whenever I'm able to get all of my stuff out of there, that's when I go ahead and cut off the lights or whatever. I've already canceled the internet, so I don't have to worry about that. I've already paid the rent or have the money for the rent that's going to be due on the 5th. I'm not exactly sure actually if the rent is going to be due, but I do have the money just in case, because on the sheet that I gave, or that they gave me, once I cancel my lease or whatever, it only had $14.62 as just a one payment. So I don't know if that meant for September, because I actually put in that notice in October. Actually, when I got the keys to this house, put in the notice, they only said that I was only owed $14.62. So I don't know if that meant $14.62 for September, or if I'm actually going to be owed that for October as well. But I do have the money for October, just in case they tell me that I do. I'm going to sign online and see if there's a payment they're going to be due. If it is, I'll go ahead and pay it. But after October 31st, that's it. Now for the house, the mortgage is late by the 16th. I do share costs of this house and bills and expenses in this house with someone else. So we pay it on the 5th. We're going to transfer the $1,500 to the joint account on the 5th of the month, which I've already did with my last paycheck, just so I can go ahead and get it out the way, because I knew that October is my birthday. I wanted to go ahead and have everything planned ahead of time. So that's exactly what I did. So I don't have to worry about putting anything aside for as the mortgage payment, bills and expenses in October, because those are already done for the house by me sending over the $1,500 already. Now what I will do is I will split up my paychecks and then send money over to that joint account to get that $1,500 up for November. Instead of waiting to the last minute, I will do that as well. So I will do that as I get paid, to see exactly how much I'm gonna be having, or when I plan out my paychecks, I can see how much I can have, because one paycheck I make it do more than the other. Instead of me doing like the half and half method, I want to kind of like do it that way. So I don't want to necessarily be broke once let's just say if I'm sending $1,500 over there, if I do $750 and $750, one of my checks I may be broke on. I don't want to do that. I kind of like want to still have money on, each one of the paychecks. So I'm going to do that once I actually break down my paycheck budget. So I'm not going to actually say what I'm going to send over there on my monthly calendar. The monthly calendar is for me to see exactly when the bills are supposed to come out and how much they are once those bills actually come out. Now, the next thing I'm going to focus on are my paydays. Now, I just got paid last Friday, which was September 27th. So I don't get paid again until October 11th. And then October 25th, which is my birthday. After I write out my paydays, the next thing I focus on is my automatic transfers. Now, my automatic transfers include my retirement, my investing, and it used to be savings. I used to have a set amount going into my savings every single time that I'm paid. But like I said before, y'all, I'm switching that up because $500 is like my minimum amount that I want to put over there. But what if I can do more? So I've taken my automatic draft of going to my savings off, and I'm gonna put whatever I can. So I'm gonna be budgeting by paycheck, and whatever money that I can put over there, it may be $300 one paycheck and it may be $200 the next, or it may be $300 one paycheck and $300 the next. I'm not exactly sure because I am an hourly employee and my paychecks vary depending on how many hours I work. So I took my savings off of automated draft. I'm still gonna be putting at least $500 there, but I want to do more because I want to build that savings back up to where it was. So for retirement, that's still gonna be $102.30. Investing is still gonna be $109.39 per paycheck. Same with the next paycheck. Retirement, $102.30. Investing, $109.39 there. Next up is my son's aftercare fees. Now, they are on fall break from the 14th to the end of the week. So I'm gonna not have to pay any daycare fees on that particular week. So I pay daycare fees every single Monday. It's $95. So aftercare, $95 there. Aftercare, $95 there. And then aftercare, $95 there. Next up is variable expenses such as gas. I usually go to the gas station every single Sunday. I like this one particular gas station, so I don't know. I gotta find me another gas station around the same prices. This one tends to always be cheaper than all of the other ones. The gas out here by the new house is very expensive. I don't know. I gotta find me a cheaper one. I love Murphy Express in the Walmarts or whatever. Like I said before, y'all, I try to fill up on Sundays because those are the days I have off, and then I can just like have a full tank of gas to start the week off. So we're gonna put gas every single Sunday per usual. So I'm gonna do $60 still for gas. And then the next thing I want to focus on is, of course, the sneaker money. Now, I got this sneaker money pouch from Kicks and Froze, and I've been cash stuffing some Jordan 1 Black Toe Reimagine that's supposed to drop October 18th. See, I have a little note to myself. So I said the Black Toe Reimagine in men's sizes is $180. In grade school is $140. The date that they're supposed to come out is October 18th. And pay every Friday at least $16. I said 11 weeks will equal up to $176. So I'm going to count out how much money I already have. And then that's going to tell me how much money I'm going to have to actually put aside for at least these next 3 weeks before the shoe is actually released. So I have $120. So $180 because we're gonna be saving $180 for the men's sizes. Even though they come out in grade school, I'm gonna go ahead and save $180 because of course taxes and stuff like that. So it may be around $160, $160 something or whatever. So I have a little bit of money left over. But if I save the highest amount, then I know I'll have enough to cover the grade school pair. So $180 subtract $120 leaves me with $60. So it is 3 Fridays in the week of October up until the shoes come out. I need to have that money by the 17th so that I can go ahead and put it into my account and it be sitting there. So when it drops at 10 o'clock on the 18th, I can, just go ahead and pay for it. So I'm just going to do 20, 40, 60 on those days. And I'm just going to put that there. So on Friday, I can do $20 for AJ1. And then for the 11th, AJ1, $20. And then on the 17th, I need to do $20 for AJ1. And then that way, I will have $180 set aside. And when it drops on the 18th at 10 a.m., then I will have the money already sitting in my account. I would suggest if you are a person that loves sneakers like how I do, set aside a little bit of money at a time every single week. And, that way you don't have to come out of the pocket with $200 all in one day. Like, I love doing it like this because I've only been saving like $10 here, $12 there, $16 here and there or whatever up until I got the whole amount. Once I finish filling out everything that goes on my calendar portion, I come over to my paycheck budget worksheet and I just wipe this. Sorry for shaking the camera, y'all. I wipe this out and I put month because now I'm turning this into a monthly budget worksheet. And I just put the month. And then I fill out my paycheck. Since I'm paid 2 times in the month of October, I just put paycheck 1. And then paycheck 2. Then I budget at the lowest amount that each one of these paychecks is gonna be, and that's $2,000, which gives me a total monthly budgeted income of $4,000. Usually I'm paid a little bit more than the $4,000, so I just want to make sure I can cover everything at the lowest amount. The next thing I do is I take date off because we're doing a monthly budget, and I like to do mine by categories, and I put categories because this allows me to see how much am I spending on a month-to-month basis in each category. This is how last month looks. On the last day of September, then I'll come out and I'll fill out the actual amount. But basically, I have different categories that I like to budget in, and I just put all of my bills and expenses in each one of these categories, so that way I can say, well, I budgeted $923.38 for saving, but how much did I actually save? Because it's one thing to write everything down on the calendar portion, but it's another thing to put the amount that you said you was gonna do and what they actually went into that account. So that's where I want to actually focus on. What I'm saying I'm gonna do, I want to be able to actually do that, and I want my bills to be a little bit lower than what I said that they are gonna be. But let's get right into filling out these categories. I have finished writing out everything and putting it into categories. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my income and I'm gonna subtract everything to see if I have enough money to cover all of these bills and expenses and the fun things I wanna do at the end. So $4,000, subtract $923.38, subtract $22.38, subtract $260, subtract $250, subtract $11.98, subtract $316, leaves me with 64 cents. So I really don't have no money to put aside for fun or anything like that. Now, I gotta see how much everything is gonna actually total up to. I did round up on certain things because I know that the Discover card is $20, Navy Federal is $20, but I wanted to send extra money over there. Now, like I said before, y'all, my goal is to build up my savings, so that's gonna be a priority. However, I still want to be able to do, have some type of fun. So instead of me probably saving the $500, I may bring that down to maybe $300 so that I can at least cover some of the things that I want to do. Like, I do want the shoes, I do want to have fun, I do want to get my hair did. However, I may not be able to do $200 worth of fun. I make it do $100 and then put the $60 into the Jordans and then get the $100 for my shoes. Or I may just need to figure out a way to make more money. So sometimes the budget be like this. I know that this is my last time paying the Georgia Power at the apartment, and I also have to pay the utilities at this house as well. I've already sent that amount of money over there, but of course I have to already put money aside for the new bills that's coming up in November. So that's what the $1,500 is for there. So this eventually next month won't be here, the $250 for the Georgia Power. So that'll put $250 back into my budget. Then it's my birthday month, so of course I got to get my tag and admission. So $60 right there from that won't be here. And then of course the Jordans won't be here as well, because there won't be any shoes that I, see that I want for the month of November. So those things actually, kind of like balance out the budget where I have money left over. And then also I can just make more money at work or on the side with, different, things I do on the side or whatever to bring more money in. So sometimes it be like this, y'all. You have your budget amount of income and then it be less than what you actually plan out, because I know that I have a lot of things going on this month. I already know that, but we're gonna see at the end of the month when I come back and review this budget what I actually spent. And then when I actually get paid, you will actually see me actually plan out my paycheck using the same paycheck budget worksheet, but the regular way. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that you'll be able to create your monthly budget for the month of October. If you need a budget notebook, I will link it down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.